Okay, folks, we're finally here. Hello, everybody. Sorry about the delay. But welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, Psychic Sally Diane. How you doing, Sally?
I am doing great. I am so happy to be here. Little bit of a frantic day for no good reason, but, we all have days like that. But now
what
I'm
was
here.
frantic about your day?
I don't know. It just felt frantic.
Oh.
This probably has to do with the procrastination thing, and then I'm doing things at the last minute. I mean, come on, we've all done it, right? So if my eyebrows are on backwards, excuse me. I really put them on in a hurry. So anyhow, I'm here with my friends and my favorite hour of the week right here on Psychic Sundays Live, and I'm ready to get on with it.
Did we have any email questions?
Not when I checked at 7.
Okay.
I'm sorry if you sent any later than that.
If you sent it later than that, send it earlier.
Okay.
Well, let's see what we got next there. Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Welcome. Hi, Glenifa, Patricia, Marianne, Alicia. Hello, everybody.
All right.
How is Capricorn feeling for me? I guess the initial is K.
Okay, that one flew off, so...
K to Capricorn. All right.
K to Capricorn.
This
How is K the Capricorn feeling toward me? And I hope that if you're going to ask this question, you also intend to somehow action it, especially if he likes you.
I think you're going to have to shuffle to my side a bit.
Okay. But the cards are perfect.
Yeah, well, okay.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. So, I don't know. I think he sees you as maybe, he sees you as a little brash. It doesn't mean he doesn't like you, but he sees you as a little brash. So he's a little worried about that because I guess he might be a quieter person. But there also seems to be a lot of things that are going to become very clear very soon. This Seven of Cups, when it's right side up, it's called the Illusion Delusion card. But when it's turned upside down, then clarity comes your way. So it's going to become abundantly clear how he feels about you in the very near future. And my guess is within a week. Within a week, he's going to set you straight and let you know how he feels about you. And you're just going to have to accept whatever he has to say about that. And I think that gets us right back to that card that just wanted to jump out. And we're going to look at it now as the final word. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. And it's a Wheel of Fortune reversed, which, you know, it's a very lucky card. Even when it's reversed, it talks about, you know, things turning around. So this might be a good time for you to, you know, put off a little quieter and more demure demeanor. Okay. Are you all right?
Yeah, why?
Because I swore I heard you snoring.
Snoring.
Okay, so anyhow, you'll know within a week. But the cards do suggest that maybe just try and be a little quieter. So let's see who's next. Mary Ann. And Mary Ann wants a general reading for the next 2 weeks. All right, the next 2 weeks for Mary Ann. And what does Mary Ann need to know for the next 2 weeks? Okay, you know, the impression I get from this card is don't rest your happiness on one single issue. And don't let one single issue break you emotionally. Because there's that idea that you're at a happy point in your life, but there's this one issue that maybe you focus in on too much. And that's how you're pouring out your own happiness. Okay, the next 2 weeks, I think things are either going to move faster than you expect, which is what I suspect is going to happen. Because when I good look at it, it feels like it's telling me that you're not going to be able to control the speed of how things happen. And so this is a real good time for you to learn how to roll with the flow over the next 2 weeks and trust the changes that are coming your way, even the ones that you don't want to embrace. And finally, there's that idea of fighting change. Okay, so change is going to come through your life whether you fight it or not. And I would suggest that you learn to steer into that skid and make whatever changes are coming in your life work for you. All right, Patricia. Is it in my best interest to start my own bookkeeping business at this time? All right, so feels like a pretty good time of year to start a bookkeeping business because you can get clients at this time of year, and you know you I think a lot of people are thinking about tax time already. So, yeah. But let's see what the cards have to say for Patricia. What do the cards have to say about Patricia starting her own bookkeeping business? The first thing your guides are saying to me is that you have a lot of good ideas. It just depends on how long you're willing to embrace them. I kind of agree with that, to be real honest with you. So, let's see what the cards have to say about Patricia starting her own bookkeeping business. Okay, so first off, we have kind of this breaking free of breaking free of BS bosses. You know, getting away from abusive bosses, getting away from abusive people. And it does say, you know, if you're going to do this, you better get off your indecisive high horse and get moving on it. Just thinking about it and dreaming about it is not going to get things done. So you want to do that, you'll be happy in the long run, because it breaks any dependence you have on anybody else. And I think you'll be happier that way. And finally, yes, definitely make sure that you get things started in September. And it might not hurt you to look up on an ephemeris what the astrological impacts is for the 9th of September, for the month of September, and use those to your advantage. You can find out when the retrogrades are and stuff. And because if you get the ball rolling in September, then October goes very well for you.
What was that word?
It's
Emperor?
No. The ephemeris, I think it's called.
Well, I'm asking you.
Yeah, it's a book that has a chart of all the astrological stuff.
Okay. All right, folks. Have fun. Maybe you'll find it.
Well, the tarot cards just tell you to get your feet moving in September. Well, you know, by the time September rolls around, we'll get your feet moving by the time September rolls around. You'll like the freedom it gives you.
Yeah, especially if it's 1963.
Bada boom. All right. And
Alicia is looking for spirit guide messages.
All right, Alicia, I think I'm going to pull out my Rudrashka seed. Everybody knows I like to bring that out for spirit guide messages. It just gets the energies going.
Gee, I really don't have that camera positioned very well tonight.
Oh, yeah. People can tell how short I am. Well.
4 foot nothing.
Not that short, but I might give that the psychic and poltergeist a run for her money as far as height goes. Okay, Alicia. They're telling me one of the main points is that this is a time for you to focus in on your own confidence. You know, there's a saying, your attitude determines your altitude, and this is very true for you right now. You know, so it's a time for you to start life on your own, to find your own direction, to find your own way. I didn't say that right. They didn't like the way I said that. Oh, okay. This is a time for you to have faith in yourself. Yeah, whatever your long-term dreams have been, this is a time where you can make them happen. And it feels like your guides are right beside you, very strong. So just pay attention to the direction you're being pushed.
And next we have Glenifa.
Hi, Glenifa.
My job has been overwhelmingly stressful and they are interviewing for different positions. Will they fire me in the next few months? Glenifa, I want you to sit down and figure out what is actually causing you that stress. Is it the job itself? Is it the fear of being fired?
Indeed. Okay, Glenifa. But we're going to see what the cards have to tell you, what you need to know most about your job at this point in time. Glenifa and career. What does she need to know at this point in time? Whoops.
Clinipa says it's too much work.
Oh yeah, you got a Band-Aid job there. Oh, the ones that don't come with a real job description or not a clear enough one. So then all the little chores around the office are thrown in your lap. Yeah. I could see that job. That's always a job where you're being set up to lose. So let's see what the cards have to say. I just want to. The very first thing that's said to you is basically your instincts are good here, and so even if it's not the situation you want, you have to think of how you can use that to your advantage. Yeah, because it feels like the path ahead is sort of blocked, and they are putting obstacles in your way. Makes me wonder if there's isn't politics involved here. Okay, so it's not so much the politics of personality as it is the politics of money. So I think that they're looking to take jobs like yours that are patchwork jobs and mishmash them in a different direction so that 4 jobs become 3. Oh, good, good, good. Since you already sense this coming, this is a good time for you to balance out your options. Look carefully at the postings, and there's this really important thing for you to know what the law is, to know what your rights are at this point in time, because I think you have more options than you realize. But this is up to you. And I did get that feeling of, make sure you're the one that knows everything the best. It's time for you to pull out whatever contracts there are, whatever job description you may have, whatever information you have about the company structure or even the labor laws. Look into it.
Your next job is going to be fine.
Yes.
The one after that's going to be amazing. Oh yeah, who's next?
Belka's
Well,
next.
how does Murad feel about me?
Oh, and look at the pretty roses. Thank you for the pretty roses. Okay, so Belk and Murad. Is this somebody that you just met? Because he seems, you're insecure about this, but he really seems to have a romantic view of you. So, okay, he's more worried about what no, I think he's worried about how people in his inner circle will take him being in a new relationship, and that's how it came out. It does feel though that this is something that he wants to pursue, and I'm wondering if maybe you're a little bit more worldly, or maybe a year or two older than him, because it just seems like of the two, you're the more mature one, where he's still feeling like, he's an adult, but he's still at that point where he feels like he needs to ask permission. But you wanted to know, how does he feel about you? He does want to pursue a future with you. So I'd let him work out his own difficulties and be nice to him and smile, and engage in small talk whenever you see him, and let him come at his own pace. Oh, Joanne. Joanne wants a reading for the rest of August.
Axella, add sugar to the list.
Okay, so
You're going through a lot of it.
nice. All right. I am. I really am. So, let's see. We want to know the rest of August for Joanne. And, it just feels like August is going so fast. I know it's not even the 10th yet, but I'm telling you, it feels like August 31st is just right around the corner.
We barely started. It's only the 6th. Relax. Jeez, you haven't even gone fishing yet.
My brother used to say that I like to drown worms. So I just like to put on my fishing cap and watch the bobber going across the water.
Well, I can take you to a pond where you can catch bait fish.
Now, if I catch fish, I want to be able to fillet them and pan fry them. Get a good sized crappie or something. All right, so the rest of August, I feel like when I look at that Five of Swords reversed, the Five of Swords, I just get a feeling like this has got to do with some sort of a stress condition you have, whether it's maybe some kind of eczema or psoriasis, or maybe you break out somehow, but it feels like you've got this little nagging health problem. Maybe an itchy one. I'm not sure, but that one, it tells me that you're going to be dealing with this little, annoying health problem. But other than that, you're going to be given some knowledge and direction and responsibilities that are going to push you forward. And you also know that even though you might not be able to see the path ahead of you, you know that you're on a good path. And you really are. By the time September rolls around, look for your job to be making offers to you, because it feels like you're going around a certain bend, and there's knowledge that needs to be gained there, but there's also position that's coming your way. So your efforts are recognized more than you realize, and whatever hydrocortisone cream or whatever you get for the skin, you should get some more for August. Okay.
And next we have Ashley. Is it fair to say my remote job is gone as my hours are cut back?
No, that's usually the way it goes.
Well, Ashley, you're competing with people that management sees physically when management is there.
Let's see what you need to know. Maybe what your best course of action is.
Going to the office?
Yeah, but I get a feeling that that's not an option.
Well, then that's an issue.
Yeah, you see right there, her hours being cut is really difficult because it's like there's people that are relying on you. It looks like you've got kids, or at least you've got pets. You've got something that you have to watch over, and so it's not just about you. Okay. When I look at this card, it feels like you've got a man, and you're talking about your career, and he's a very understanding man. He's a family man, but I don't see him in this context as being a romantic attachment, as much of it is what they used to call a Dutch uncle. Somebody that will maybe pull a string or two for you behind the scenes and give you good advice. you should probably take whatever advice comes your way from a Dutch uncle, even if it's as simple as, you should be looking into this company or that company. But wherever you're steered, because it feels like there's somebody who's going to kind of give you some really good advice. So if you're, this, I really feels like this is the time for you to move on to somebody that you can look straight in the eye and talk to. Yeah. And you got the road ahead. So, and as soon as I turn this over, it just says, hit the road, Jack, right? So yeah, this is time for you to start looking for another job and look for, an open-minded, flexible, understanding boss, someone that you can talk to. So you might be looking at working at a smaller company. And I think that you might be end up having to do in-office hours of some sort, because it feels like this is a sort of a job that starts early in the day, but it ends early, early in the afternoon. So you may have a job that starts at 5 or 6 in the morning and works till 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Okay? But yeah, hit the road. You've got some good advice coming your way. Take it. All right.
Well, there you go, Ashley. Hey, you know what we're going to do next? Pick a card.
Yes, and well, first off, I want to make an announcement.
You're going to put the cards down.
Yes, I will put the cards down, and I just want to remind everybody that we have a very special event coming at the end of September. It's going to be our second Psychic Soul Sisters event. This one's going to be bigger. We're going to be taking up twice the amount of space. We're going to have more exhibits. We're going to have a larger Museum of the Curious. We're also going to have a hands-on psychic display that's going to take the entire room. And we're going to have a larger merchandise display. And that's all going to take place Friday, September 29th at 7 to 10 p.m. at the Queen's Inn in Stratford. Tickets are available at the Queen's Inn front desk or at the spa near the tracks. To order tickets by phone, call 519-271-1400. That's 519-271-1400. And that is the Queen's Inn front desk. So without further ado, let's go on to pick 3.
And now it's time for our pick 3 of the week, where Sally draws 3 cards and you pick one of them ahead of time. And that is your reading for the week.
So which card are you going to pick this week? Are you going to pick card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? So your tarot card for the week, card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3. If you pick card number 1, then your tarot card for the week is the 3 of Swords. And the 3 of Swords is basically about healing. It's about learning to move beyond hurtful events, learning to put hurtful things behind you. So this is a good week to forgive and move on. This is a good week to let go of any negativity. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your tarot card for the week is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is about making good sacrifices. And good sacrifices bring rewards. And this is a card that says be patient and be willing to sacrifice a little bit today to earn more tomorrow. So this is a time for you to be planning for the future. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then your tarot card for the week It's the Page of Wands reversed. And pages are often messages. And these are messages about business and career. These are job related type of messages. Job and career and business type of messages are just confused this week. So this is a good week to read everything twice, read all your emails twice, and ask a lot of questions. Make sure you're 1000% clear on everything. Okay, and that was your pick a card for the week at beginning August 7th.
And we're back to the regular scheduled programming of answering your questions. Just type them in the chat and wait your turn. And our next question is from New Love. No, it's
That's
not.
Michelle.
Michelle, yes.
Michelle
When will I be able to comfortably retire? Well, comfort and old age doesn't always go together.
Word that. Yes. All right. So, Michelle in retirement. Okay. So I think right now you're not getting the best advice in the world, because one of the things you're being told is there's somebody who's aggressively giving you advice, and it's not good advice. But it's one of those things where everybody's saying, oh, but this person knows so much about finances, and yet none of the advice that you've gotten from this person has worked out. This is somebody that you should dump like a
Hot potato.
Like a hot potato. Okay? Yeah. Because wherever you're getting your financial advice and when you're going to retire is not good advice. This is time for you to, when you get the Four of Swords, this is a card that says, wake up, pay attention. So right now you're not on the right path to retire early. And this wake up and pay attention tells me that you can make this happen, but you need to be creative about it. And you can't listen to the naysayers, and you can't listen to people whose mouths are full of you can'ts and you won't kind of thing. So time for you to wake up, take responsibility for your own situation, and get a plan in place.
I second that. Put away your idea of retirement and make the plan for retirement. Then you'll have goal and a way to get there. New Love wants to know about Alexander. Is there a future?
Oh. New Love and Alexander. Oh, let's see.
How much sugar do you need for that one?
Okay, so first off, you ask about you and Alexander, and yeah, he's right here, because I'm seeing a waning of the love interest, and it makes me wonder if it's you or Alexander. But one of the two of you, there's a little fickleness here. And, fickleness is where you're easily led astray and your head is easily turned. And it looks like maybe Alexander really lacks maturity. Plus that, you've got the winds of change coming your way. And this is a good thing. So don't get too caught up with Alexander, not so caught up that you miss other opportunities that are coming your way very, very soon.
Kara,
Kara.
yeah, wants to know from her guides.
Okay.
Kara, your guides want to hear from you.
Yes. Meditate. So, here's God. Okay, so your guides are telling me that you have a male, and I think this is a male relative, whether we're looking at a grandfather or an uncle or an older brother. This is a male who is a role model of some sort for you. And it feels almost like he's trying to get through to you, and you're like purposely ignoring the little messages that you get. So if you're smelling someone's cologne or somebody's pipe tobacco or tobacco, this feels like somebody who's mischievous. So you might have things hidden, and it feels like this one puts little tears in paper for some reason. Okay, so your guides say you've got the spirit of somebody around you that's really trying to get your attention, and it'd probably help you if you just let that person in. Okay, so who's next?
All right. Da-da, da-da. Hi, Suzanne. Hey, we got Roy here.
Hi, Roy.
Will me and V ever move in together?
Okay. All right. Will me and V ever move in together? All right, Roy. Roy and V. Oh, it feels like you might need to change your approach a little bit. That's interesting. Let's see what the cards have to say. All right. So it looks like you worry about a lot of things you shouldn't worry about. You don't need to compare yourself to anybody else. And don't worry so much about what you've lost in the past. It's better for you to look ahead. So trying to be more optimistic and forward looking. Because it just feels like one or the other is kind of dragging their feet, and it feels like it's V. Oh, good. I do see the barriers coming down. So I think that the answer to this is yes. But it would be a lot. It would go far for you, as far as the relationship goes, and as far as your happiness level goes, if you started being positive and looking at what you have and not worrying so much about the past.
And our next question comes from Arcana. Does Srinivas truly love me?
Oh. Um, yeah, he does. It's kind of like he seems like he's distant, and I think that you're stuck with an introvert because when it comes to does he love me? Yes, he loves you as a person. He loves you as a wife. Yes, he does love you. He loves you very much. He just is really crappy at showing it. So I hope that helps.
All right, our next question is from Banapsha.
Hello.
You can read it.
Yes, I can. And Banafsha says, "Hi, Queen. Why every reading I come across saying F wants to communicate and wanting to come back. When is this communication coming?" Well, I'm pretty sure you know what I think of the whole idea of, once you break up, you've cracked, you've really done once the breakup happens, irreparable damage to the relationship has happened. And you could try a reconciliation, but it very rarely works. You usually have the same problems, only magnified. So let's see what this reading says about you and F. Put my own prejudice aside.
Maybe next year.
Banafsha and F. I just feel, I just get the feeling like she's actually better off without him, but she's afraid of being alone. Yeah, you've got some changes coming down the pipeline here. Okay, so the cards do show some changes coming, and I do see him coming back. I think that whether or not you let him in is up to you. The cards, as they show it, show you letting him in. I'm not sure it's a good idea, but that's not up to me to say. But you want to know if he's coming back? Yeah, there's some changes coming up that makes him want to come back.
So that 8 is the time frame? The question was a when.
Yeah, so you're looking at 1 to 2 months.
Ta-da!
Yeah, I just worry because it seems like you let him back so easily and you don't question him. And I just think that really puts you in a subservient position.
We are out of questions.
We are out of questions.
Yes.
So just a reminder. Now I do have a new email address. You see it right here, info@sallydiane.com. And that's the email through my website. So send your questions to info@sallydiane.com and check the different pages on my website. There's a page about the readings that I offer, my prices. There's a page on the stuff that I write. And there's also a page on upcoming events, and that's where you would find out about the Psychic Soul Sister events. Also, this week, we will be changing the name of the YouTube channel to Sally D. Or Psychic Sally D, depending on
We'll let you know next week.
We'll let you know next week, because anybody who's subscribed will automatically go to this channel. All right. And so we'll see you next week.
Oh,
Ma-
you're done? You're cutting it down early? You got
well,
about 15 minutes left. Oh,
okay.
I'm sure you
So,
can
all right.
do a reading for somebody.
So who wants me to look at?
Oh, you know what people's
oh,
interests are? Um, our
who?
prime minister and his wife
Oh,
are
yes.
splitting up.
Oh,
And
yes.
for some reason, a lot of people are interested in that.
Oh, okay. So,
Let's do a reading on Justin Trudeau and his wife, Sophie.
yes, Justin and Sophie, that's true. Okay, so Justin and Sophie. And see, ooh. The first thing that I got is the Hierophant. And that basically tells me that in September it kind of benefits him to be separated, because then he just has this focus solidly on the country and his problems. So you're going to find him being a much more focused person, sort of buried in his work in September. So you'll find him actually being a much better prime minister. And you see, this was the one that I saw before, the Hermit. And so he's yes, Alexis, you can ask a question. I'm just looking at what's going to happen with Trudeau, and yeah, he's got the respect of the world, and he's going to do some things in September that's going to kind of draw the attention away from the fact that his marriage just hasn't worked out. Yeah, they just forgot how to support each other, and they kind of disagreed on the parenting roles. And she found it difficult to live in his shadow. So, yes, it's a shame, but I don't see cheating or anything like that around this breakup. The breakup is really that they just fell out of love. It's just that simple. Yeah, the kids are taking it bad. The kids are taking it real bad. And I think there's other people who like Justin Trudeau a lot, feel bad about this because they're an adorable couple. But yeah, so Sophie kind of needs a place where she can shine on her own. This actually works out pretty good for both of them. I don't think that Justin is going to start dating anytime soon. You're going to find that they actually have a better relationship as parents than they do as a couple. So that's what I see with Trudeau. Basically, it's none of our business, right? Okay, so
Well, while you were doing that, we got some new questions.
we did.
Yes,
Alexa wants to know, should I go to LA?
No, hang on. Susie has a question ahead of time.
Oh,
Alexa, stop.
how well did I do this past Monday with the problem I had with my mom? Stood my ground. Okay. Baby steps, right? All right. So how good was that baby step? Okay, well, it doesn't look like you told her what she wanted to hear, but she did come to a little bit of an understanding. So you did win a little bit of respect there. Keep it up.
Okay, next we have Alexis who wants to know whether she should go to LA September 3rd.
so out to LA. Oh yeah. Looks good. It brings clarity. Have you never been to LA before? It looks like the first thing you get is a magician. So it's kind of like this is going to be a changing kind of experience for you. And so the Seven of Cups reverse talks about clarity. All right, so you're really going to enjoy California. You're going to find it to be a magical place. You might think about moving there, but you're not going to. But you're going to have a good time while you're there.
And our next question comes from Leona. Should I choose the house by the beach or the house in the mountains? Both are in the same city, planning to move soon. Well, Leona,
Beach in the mountains. Wow.
waters are rising, like right now. So,
Sun Tzu would say, yeah, Sun Tzu would say, choose the mountains because you can see your enemy coming. I think it was Sun Tzu and the Art of War. All right, so
check those mountains for recent mudslides.
okay, so I got this feeling that you're going to see the two of Pentacles too. Okay, so it's kind of like you're dithering and dithering and dithering, and the cards are saying you got to make up your mind because they both have the same kind of a balance there. Because the house by the beach, yes, the house by the beach is going to have a lot more responsibilities attached to it, but it's a house by the beach. And then you have the house out in the mountains, and that might be cool, but there's also snow and ice and bears. So it's 6 of one, half dozen the other. But the funny thing is the cards say, you know which one you really want. It's kind of like you know which one you really want, but you're almost afraid of making the wrong choice. And saying, no, just say what you want. You know what you want. Go with what you want.
Lala Loopsy, should I stay married to Christopher?
Oh, yikes.
Well,
Should I stay? Okay, so listen, Christopher. This marriage is a pretty serious commitment, pretty serious pledge. All right, so when you get to justice, it's saying do the right thing. And when I look at the Knight of Coins of all the knights is just not that exciting. So it's sort of like you pick somebody who was solid and it just feels like first off, I don't think that I'm the one to answer this question, but it does look like you have some secrets in this matter. And I see that in the High Priestess. And when I look at the Knight of Coins, that's kind of like when you're looking at your husband and there's this kind of boredom with him. And so there's that too. And like I said, you've got secrets. Because the first card you have comes up, has the scales of justice. And it talks about justice, which means doing things fairly and doing things in a way that doesn't accumulate karma. So whether you should or shouldn't, I think you need to examine your own heart. But if you've got secrets, which the cards are telling me you do, they're going to come out pretty soon. So if you're better to be out the door before they come out, then maybe you better be out the door before they come out.
Notice, if you leave, it will break him, and in the long run will destroy you. Every time you see him, talk to him, you'll take that so hard that it'll be hard. It'll be really hard on you. Leaving him will be devastating to him, but really hard on you when you see that outcome. And on that note, let's end the show.
Oh, folks, remember to visit my website, sallydiane.com. And also remember to see me in person. Call the spa near the tracks at 519-272-1293. Or I also do reads online, and just send an email to info@sallydiane.com. Okay, and
Did you forget your own email address already?
I did.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, you can go see her in person. That'd be great. I see her in
Yes.
person all the time. It's really not that exciting.
I tell you, I'm so funny, and I'm just a ray of sunshine here.
Are we done?
Yes, we're done.
Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good week.
Have a great week. Bye.